does everybody say? It's the bridge we've been waiting for, like a giant sea.
Hi everyone, welcome to Sydney People, History and Landscape, our weekly podcast where we dive into the stories, people and places that make Sydney unique. Today I'm thrilled to take you on a journey across one of the city's most iconic landmarks, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Let's dive in and enjoy the journey. As we embark on our journey across the Sydney Harbour Bridge, let's pause to honor the stories, resilience and spirit of Australia's First Nations people. We begin with Took the Children Away by Archie Roach, a Gunditjmara and Bundyalung elder who experienced the trauma of the stolen generations. This powerful song speaks to the deep loss of connection and the resilience needed to heal. As you listen, consider what connection means to you. Connection to history, to land, and to each other. As we recognize the bridge not only as a physical crossing, but also as a journey through our shared histories, moving toward a more inclusive future. That was Archie Roach with his powerful words. Take a moment to notice what stirs within you as you heard this story. It's hard to listen to, but it's a reminder of resilience and the need for connection and healing. Standing before the Sydney Harbour Bridge for the first time, with its massive arch stretching 1,149 meters across the water and rising 134 meters into the sky, I felt a sense of respectfulness, not just for its engineering, but for the countless stories it holds. This bridge stands as a remarkable fusion of past and present. For thousands of years before it was built, the land around Sydney Harbour was home to the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. To them, the harbour, surrounding land and waters held deep spiritual significance, not just a place on a map, but a sacred connection between people, nature and spirit. Vla Plumwood, an Australian philosopher known for her contributions to environmental and ecofeminist thought, emphasized the importance of respecting the natural world and understanding humanity's interconnected place within it. Her perspective resonates deeply with indigenous views of nature as the source of spiritual connection. Here in Sydney, the Harbour Bridge represents more than just a link between the central business district of Sydney on the south shore to the north shore, specifically connecting the neighbourhoods of Milsons Point and North Sydney. It connects people, culture and the natural landscape. A place where the stories of the land, waters and those who walk up on it come together. The story of Sydney Harbour and its iconic bridge is deeply interwoven with the city's evolution, marked by its natural beauty, industrial ambitions and complex social history. Drawing from Peter Sparrott's Sydney Century and Ian Hoskin's Sydney Harbour: A History, we explore the transformation of Sydney Harbour from an ancient indigenous landscape, rich in cultural and spiritual significance, to a global symbol of urban modernity. While Sparrott illustrates how Sydney evolved in the 20th century into a dynamic metropolis with a harbour bridge as both a marvel of infrastructure and a symbol of civic pride, Hoskins highlights the significance of the harbour long before colonial times. To the Gadigal and other indigenous communities, the harbour was a gathering place, a source of sustenance, and a spiritual landscape. The arrival of industrialization in these waters transformed it into a bustling hub of trade, marking the beginning of complex changes. Yet, beyond its economic role, the bridge's history is interwoven with ongoing efforts for reconciliation and acknowledgement of the land's original custodians. With these histories, the Sydney Harbour Bridge emerges as more than an engineering feat. It's a symbol of resilience, ambition, and the evolving spirit of nation. Imagine standing on the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge, looking up to see two flags waving side by side against the vast sky. One is Australia's national flag, and the other, just as striking, is the Aboriginal flag, a bold, proud symbol of the country's First Nations people. These red, black, and yellow colors ripple in the wind as a constant reminder of Australia's rich Indigenous history and a promise of reconciliation. Since July 2022, this flag has flown permanently atop the bridge, a daily emblem of unity, recognition, and progress. Let's go back to May 28 in 2000, when over 300,000 Australians gathered for the People's Walk for Reconciliation, crossing the bridge in a powerful demonstration of unity and healing. Floating above them in the blue winter sky was a single powerful word: sorry, directed at the government's refusal to formally apologize to Aboriginal people for the stolen generations. Events like the Mile Creek Massacre, a devastating instance of colonial violence in which at least 28 Wiradjuri people were killed by European settlers in 1838, underscore the need for reconciliation. Moments like the People's Walk highlight the bridge's role in reconciling a painful past with hopes for a united future, as we continue to honor these histories through acknowledgement and respect. The next time you cross the Sydney Harbour Bridge, take a moment to see it not only as a marvel of engineering, but as a living reminder of history and our shared journey. Val Plumwood's philosophy invites us to see the bridge as an embodiment of interconnectedness, connecting people and cultures in a place where stories meet and flow together. Australian poet Douglas Stewart beautifully captured this sense in his poem, The Bridge. Written shortly after the bridge completion, his words speak to the powerful connection between the structure and the natural forces that surround it. I read a part of it. This arch that binds the harbour's sides and catches in its stormy curve the voice of thunder and the bird, the passion of the tides. Stewart's words remind us that this bridge is more than metal and stone. It's a living part of Sydney, capturing voices, passions and stories as it stands between sea and sky. As we conclude our journey across the Sydney Harbour Bridge, let's step back to its opening day, when the city celebrated its new symbol of connection in 1932. To honor that spirit, I leave you with The Bridge We Have Been Waiting For, composed by Jack Lumsdaine and performed by Len Morris. This song captures the pride and joy of an achievement that transformed Sydney forever, connecting not only shores but also dreams and people. Thank you for joining me on this journey across the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Whether you walk across it or take the bridge climb to its peak, this structure offers more than just views. It's a connection to Sydney's rich past and future. I wish you a fantastic week ahead, and who knows, maybe I will see you out there on the bridge one day. Have a great day, and here's to the bridge we've all been waiting for.
Old Sydney way. Bands are playing, here they come. Listen to the big bass drum. Listen to that here hooray. When the planes up in the sky fly above the sun so high, they're opening the bridge today.